So we could be within range of some of their heavier weaponry, but he just can't do it. Excellent. Now, there's no point for the undamaged units to land anywhere. But I did shoot at some targets. So anyway, the combat units might as well if they can. I have nothing to lose if they do. I think this guy lost a torpedo or two. That's not a, but more importantly it's damaged. So we'll have to land anyway. Ooh, and the Nash Horn. Yeah. We can definitely afford to repair this. It's a fairly worthless unit, but usually I've managed to figure out a way to use units no matter what. This is gonna be a bit nasty. Okay, I'm going to assume that this construction vehicle is just gonna get horribly murdered. I hope it doesn't, but I think it's gonna get horribly murdered. I'm going into very questionable terrain with this. But the more I can aid some of our other units, the better. Could really use a rebuild. At the same time, next turn might be the turn we'll have to take the factory, so I can't risk that. Yeah. 6 light artillery, 4 demons. Actually, yeah, we don't want to give them room to come out. We need to kill a super virus and probably at least an alcor. And then we can take the factory. I don't see them in any way being able to take it back. I don't particularly care about the units, I just want them not to have it. And then our goal is we could use them as sacrificial units for the medium range missiles to buy time to destroy this grid or move the aircraft over it or whatever we want to do. Either way, no ammunition. Take control of the mines. No, that's not really worth it though. Now we're at a point where it would be worth to combine the roads. Not a big loss that they aren't combined already, but it could be useful. right, the missiles could start showering here at any moment. And I suppose we don't want to push too hard in a way, because I feel our protection is actually that they can't see shit more than anything else. So while the air units would be relatively safe, nothing else would be. That's sort of why I'm feeling that it might be better to just pull these units back a bit. Not push it if you don't have to. They can certainly see my stick. It's 2 extra energy. It's not much, but at least we have a proper support point here. I'm just going to retake that for now. Actually, what does it matter? I want to move into a position where I'll be able to take control of that. Something else we need to do. I think we've done all. Yeah. Oh. So a turn or two and we can continue with the air crew. I see like 1 or 2 anti-air defense units that they have in our way. That just isn't gonna amount to anything. It's 0 experience too. But I think it's time to make that save point I was telling you about at some point. Because I don't know where I'm going into, and there's no way for me to know until I actually push forward. So it could... I don't think I can recover if I lose this amount of aircraft without being able to achieve something significant to show for it. A samurai. Yeah. We definitely need to kill things if we want to do anything. It's a substantial army just waiting for us. We might have to just kill the mine, I don't know. That hardly matters. It's not what we're going to do. Alright, we'll leave on the next turn. And I suppose that we don't all have to leave at the same time though. Yeah, the one unit can easily catch up. I think the gunships should take the lead here. They're the easiest to fix and repair if something goes really badly. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, So what can I do? One of you fine gentlemen is gonna have to kill that. Ooh, they have a... well, there's at least a city here, if nothing else. Probably a factory somewhere nearby. At the same time, I'm confident if we try to push that there, it's too close. So we're basically making a little bit of a hole here and doing things like that. Yeah, I'm seeing that the cut-off line is somewhere. So definitely not pushing forward. Just murderize them as they come. I'm not seeing anything that they could use to take it back. So I'll go in and do some quick repairs. The sons of bitches still have... yeah, this one doesn't have ammunition. Doesn't have fuel. This one has 2 bombs and a little bit of fuel. I want to start defending that. I'm not sure I do, because whoever does that is going to have to deal with the aircraft, and I don't have a great way to do it here. I'd rather just let them harass the hero. If we want it at some point, we can take it. Now the interesting part. What are we gonna do? There's not much we can do. I'm certainly not going to charge there. But Vader could just go there. But it's probably a death sentence. That's why I don't particularly want to do that. On the next turn, I think I could just kill things, because the samurai is what ruined it this time, and he pulled it out of a defensive line there. He can't do that again. He just has the light artillery, and both are easily disposed, and I just need to do something about this virus. I'm not sure if I can. I would have been needed to be able to move some of our artillery forward, and I can't do that. You're just blocking us away. The artillery was a little bit to the left. It would be trivially easy to take. I'm repairing the samurai because that's something that can shoot at targets in the water. Sending it north might not be useful for a while, but it'll get there. Well, we captured something, and the road to the factory is almost clear. The aircraft are out, and we're gonna push forward. So one way or another, the save point. The point where we still have where we still have time and resources to make a difference. Oh shit. Well, it survived. And it's cheaper to repair than make a new one. Not by much, but still. Right. I can't take it now. He has a backup beam there. Either way, that's not important. Game slot 9 will be our backup point. So there's the factory. I'm pretty sure the factory is covered by the missile, but that explains a few things. It's not producing anything too dangerous. I don't particularly care about it. Nothing new here. I suppose I can weaken those. take that. It might not be a bad thing. The reason I think I'd like to wait until the yellow gets out here again, just snatch it in front of his face. The thing is, I want his troops to be there. The only thing that I'm sort of worried about at the moment is that the timing has to be fairly good. Because if we try to take it while there's how do you put it? I need to take it shortly before or after once the medium range missiles have been taken care of. Because I need to be able to put proper troops forward to take control of this, and I can't do that as long as the medium range missiles stay hunting us. So time to make a serious move forward, I guess. Let's get rid of Alan, of course. Medusa has to die. Okay, Mr. Jenner, show me what you've got. Not seeing anything particularly interesting. I don't want to commit the Vaders. I do need to defend these against aircraft, and the Vaders are the only thing good enough to do it. I don't think these guys have many targets to shoot at. I suppose I can shoot at the mine, but that's such a gigantic waste of time. I'd like, yeah, maybe okay. It's another Medusa site, but that's still only 2. I mean, that's nothing. And I have a entire army of aircraft here. Also, the enemy units don't seem to be even capable of shooting back. Well, I can't attack the Medusa, so it's gonna get a one shot at us, and then it's gonna go away. I guess I'll try to position to take over the factory. Not much I can do. Not sure if I want to take it, but I need to be able to take it. I don't know if I want to go there. I need to block it with something, sure, but not this. Again, I think we're in the medium range missile range. I also don't want to kill too many units around this, because they do function as a block. Just need to prevent them from escaping. Maybe encourage them to go a little bit. I don't want to waste too much ammunition on this. But gunships have a lot of spare weaker guns, so I can use those. It's free experience basically for us. Don't want to go next to anyone who can shoot back, though. I'm not sure I want to do that. It's more of a, do I want to waste my few shots on targets that are totally worthless to anyway. I'm just thinking, can I just fly past them? Not sure if I can. Yes, I can. And an Einstein. Okay. Ooh! Aircraft carrier. It's still fairly easy for us to just turn around and go home. Well, we can use the helicopter to do this if we can't do it with anything else. Stupid thing to do. Fly the transport helicopter so close to the unknown edge. Don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking, that's the problem. Right, I certainly, if it becomes a question of moving forward or start losing units, it's always better for, as far as I'm concerned at this point, to push, just move password a little bit. Backwards a little bit. It's like 1 or 2 turns, we're back to full strength and the enemy is no longer capable of doing much. Our goal should be though to get the pulsar forward enough, so we need to be able to shoot somewhere around here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Somewhere around here, and we can basically isolate, light up around. We're gonna be staying here for another turn, that goes without saying at this point. Might have to go. I'm using very shitty attacks, so we can move forward easily now. But now there could be attacks from here, attacks from the Vader, there's gonna be missile attacks, aircraft carrier, and who knows what could take part. So if that happens, we definitely are going to basically try to kill as many anti-air units that they can throw our way and then go back and repair and give it another shot. There's no point, as far as I'm concerned, in at that point to just try to push forward no matter what, because the entire point was to try to avoid a lot of trouble in the first place. I really don't want to bring up ground troops here. Might not have much of a choice, but God. Still have this best seaplane with legs. I'll save the energy because there's no telling what's gonna happen next and what we're going to have to try to recover from. Yeah, they're fairly well isolated now. The Medusa and Iron Star will be annihilated in the next turn. Probably the aircraft carrier and anything they have with us. Not sure if I can do anything about the red. Other than that, I guess we're just holding position. Much we can do. No. Moment of truth. How bad is it? Okay. One aircraft. And that's it. So the raid won't contribute to the fight. That's the important part. The aircraft carrier didn't fire. I think it basically refilled ammunition or repaired. Okay, it means that we can easily annihilate the light brown, wipe out the units the red has in that, and then go back and prepare to continue. My only problem is that thanks to this, it's taking quite a lot of time. I'm not sure they're shooting at a mine. Yep, that one Medusa shot was all that they had could manage. It's pretty much better than my wildest dreams. We need to move forward now. We want to go there. Okay, we will definitely take the factory. We'll get our massive force there. Which will be very useful when we try to go into the heartland of the raid. Question is, how are we going to start to defuse this? I suppose important things first. There is no more aircraft carrier. The attack aircraft had to take care of the fighter. Got a use for the Genin. I'd like to some experience unit to. Actually, no. We have more important things to worry about. I'm going back to repair and refill, so I'm not saving ammunition at this point. Yes, I think I am. I think it's better to go back, refill now, than try to go back all the way here, get into a lot of trouble, and then go back. Because once we reach here, I think we're going to have to attack the red. I might cheat a little, in the sense that once our fleet arrives somewhere here, I'm going to basically save and spread out as far as I can to as many places I can to see if I can locate the missile. That's fine. That's our primary goal, really. The red missile is the more important one. Because the second that's gone, we can move on all fronts against the red. And it's already turned 50 or 50 plus something. So it's not like we can just keep waiting. We need to start making moves. Ah. We're gonna lose some experience because we have to take down some harder targets, but overall I think we're gonna gain experience from this. And we don't really need to do anything. Right. I'll actually move all the infantry in the factory too, because the Nashorn will likely attack the transport helicopter. And the damage will move on to them. Nothing amazing. We can do better. We'll leave the units there for now, it's too crowded here already. I need to start building road here. Okay, you have to move every turn. I'm moving the Nashorn forward. My goal is to basically see when I'm gonna start eating the missiles. This is definitely visible to the red, so it can shoot at it. We might want to move maybe another unit like that here. Can. $57 energy. Yeah, we can easily repair, even add new craft to the attack force. Although, not sure if I should. As long as these guys are here, they definitely can see us. Once they've been cleared, that's a different matter. Also, I could add a light artillery piece here. They can see it, but it's also, I suppose, a test case. They won't shoot that, or they're gonna shoot that. And I don't give a... I don't give a shit about those units. So whatever happens to them, happens to them. Either way, we're still not able to move against the range missiles, but at the same time, I feel we have made a significant move forward. Now the red is pretty much our only opponent left in any real sense, and we have a very capable, very large air force crew that pretty much seems it's very close to the target area and has no real resistance from the enemy. So I guess the change is that now I'm quite confident in what we're doing and what our position is. I've been iffy about it for quite a long time previously. Now, not so much. Well, it's gonna take another turn to basically clean this out, another to go back. So, probably 51 or 2 now, 51. So I would say by turn 55 is going to be the deciding turns. We're either going to be able to do our little suicide attack against the medium range missile, or everything turns to shit. I don't see how we could fail. I mean, a huge amount of heavy units here, and they were basically nothing. I'm sure the red has better anti-air coverage, but that's a lot of units for you to try to cover and prevent from going where they wish to go. Recon Satellite Vision SATA. Oh my god, 45 energy. Yes. Yes, yes, and more yes. Okay, that's pretty much the nail in his coffin, I think. Because I don't have to attack blindly with my aircraft now. I have a genuine recon craft. And you need a missile to shoot it down. It's a high altitude fire. So aircraft, like we've encountered, normal units can't do shit to it. Ah, okay. That's a game changer. Even if, I'm sure we can't see the missile, but we can locate the anti-radar spots there, so we know exactly where to aim. They're actually quite rare, so the missile will have then maybe some kind of a headquarter defense, something like that. There's not going to be many of those spots. So, holy shit. Did not expect that. I did not expect that to be so expensive either. They're usually something like 30 if they're very expensive. 45 for a single air unit is incredibly expensive. Also, didn't eat a medium range missile again. I don't know why. We're definitely within range. This guy doesn't have a lot of gas. Giving experience to it is a waste of time. It's also slow. Doesn't matter. It has, is it vision 10 or something like that? Yep. So can see everything. Might be better than a ground-based radar system. It's exactly like a ground-based radar system. I don't recall what that turret was. Skull, maybe? To clear this pass, I don't want any of their units to be able to spot us here. Let's see if I can clean this a little bit. Now, the Nash horn is still troublesome. Aircraft will have to take care of it. Ah. Finally, some tangible results. We can use the mines to protect the factory, although we're not gonna do that. Okay. There's no good targets for you to shoot at. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So one more turn, then we can cut it off. I think the best effect will be that the AI will change its behavior because there's not a direct ground link anymore. That's I don't care about the beam, doesn't matter. We need to get back to the airfield. Same with you. don't have to go there. Our only real problem now could be that they can take down the vision somehow. I haven't risen to high altitude yet, but it doesn't matter if a missile or vehicle like the Vader can attack it. It's an automatic death sentence. I don't know if I want to push forward with Orions and anti-radar vehicles and so forth. It seems like now that we have the vision, that it's a totally pointless and unnecessary risk. So we just need to get you there and cut it off. After that we can worry about other things. I suppose I could go there and see what they think of me. I don't know why I would waste units like that though. I don't need to block it right now. I'm just asking for them to shoot the goddamn missile. Everything's holding together nice and tight. Just need to discourage them from coming close. Just a few more turns. I don't think we can aim things the next time, but we can take down the 2 medium-range missiles and probably severely cripple the raid at this point. Our most important unit in the army is the vision right now. Because as long as we have that, they have no way to really ambush us anymore. Or even severely delay us. Light brown is pretty much in this already. That's our main target. We only have to kill that. I don't think it's quite as simple as taking care of this, because yeah, it didn't make shit of a difference. We'll have to be very careful with the vision. If we lose that, that's the biggest blunder in the entire game. Especially in a mission like this, where we haven't had something like that at our disposal. and suddenly we would just throw it away. No. It costs a huge amount of resources. It's the key to doing all of this. The reason I don't want to really climb with the Vision is that it doesn't have a lot of fuel, so I'm going to have to refuel it soon anyway. It's not fairly slow. Right. Okay, I can construct a road to go around this rough spot on the next turn. I can break the road, I can take care of the demon. Everything pretty much can be taken care of on the next turn. Right. And then we wait. I suppose I will just want to build as many roads connecting with the main isle at that point. Time would be working against us. I think we had a 3-man group there the first time. Wonder if I should take mine with us. It could be very, very valuable. Right. We're gonna need 2 turns before we're ready to go back. We don't want to spread things around. When we strike, we need it to basically... we need it to hurt. We need it to be a game ender. So I don't want to go with a few troops here and there. We're gonna go with everything. Well, that was great. I can't say I've ever played a mission like this in my life. We've played a lot of different type of missions. It's like... usually this might happen on your side in a very sort of easy or laid-back mission. Yeah, trying to fight your way through those medium-range missile batteries It's a nightmare. And it's not like it's that one thing. Oh shit. Well, it doesn't matter if the transport helicopter isn't in full condition. Pisses me off a little bit, but it doesn't matter too much. I'm actually a little bit worried that it hasn't shot at us. I'm into red. I'm thinking that at least some of our units are within their striking range already. Why isn't it shooting? Nothing has attacked there where it's located. Not even close. So it's certainly alive. Is it? I have a theory that what might be happening, but I can't really believe that. It's the sometimes they build the bases so tight with the new troops constantly going in that they have trouble actually getting units where they want to. The reason I don't think it's that is because it probably had a refill right from the start, right sitting next to it. It's not going to. It doesn't really matter what's going to happen there. Now, and we're isolated. And there's no more demon here. We do have to. Oh yeah, I don't want. It's not a good position. We need actual combat craft here, not transport. Okay, yeah, this eases up the things quite a bit. Well, this guy only really needs fuel, but whatever. Waited for so long for this. Finally, we can strike the killing blow. Primary target is the red. That needs to be kept in mind. I'm saying that because if we see a likely location where the medium range missile is here, I think I'm going to take that while we have a good health units, a lot of them. I'm sure there's something here, but I can. The moment the red missile is destroyed, we can start ground offensives, and even if we go back to repair and before we move here, it doesn't matter anymore. As long as we can start actually fighting properly. Time for preparations is over. How much extra? You have 26 extra energy. Actually thinking of just starting to repair these, moving them towards the front. Not the light artillery. Why would I? I have probably half a dozen of them waiting. Don't need to do anything here. This is another matter. These guys might have to basically face exterminators. So it might not be a bad idea to start thinking about basically crafting our own fleet of aircraft. They don't have the necessary support now. They could help here a little bit, but nothing else. Okay, we'll be ending it here. It's just... now we get the last of our aircraft to start moving north to put the final nail in their coffin. I don't think they're going to give up easily just because we managed to do that. But we don't have to kill the raid, that's the important part. So we just need to ferret out the last light brown units and wipe them out. At least that's how I recall the mission. It's been quite a long time before I checked that though. To destroy all units of the Federal Guard. Right. And currently there are 0 units of the Federal Guards being shown. The rest will be in this area. Actually, if we get lucky, we might... yeah, I'll end it here, but a thought occurred to me. The Air Force might be enough to destroy the remaining Federal Guard units. We might not have to kill every stinking red guy there is. So if we're lucky and we know that there's very high probability that there's a medium range missile there that's light brown. But maybe we should go there first because that might end the mission. It doesn't matter if the red has the medium range missile if this area doesn't have any more light brown units. And if it has a unit or two, I think the vision is enough to break them out. So yeah, I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do. Probably the one that ends the mission faster. This has been going on for quite a long time. We have 45 turns left, so I'm not sure if that's enough to kill everything. There could be a lot of defenses there.